Hello, welcome back to Redirect Yourself, or if you're here for the first time, welcome. I'm so glad you made it. I'm Donna San Salvador, and this is my channel that I created to try to help you get happier. And by you, I mean anybody really. So I hope that you'll stay for the video. I try to provide short videos that offer information on little things you can begin to implement immediately in your life to feel just a little bit happier. Well, one thing that I recently noticed that I have some clients talk to me about is job interviewing. With the pandemic that we just had, a lot of people have job changes, have shifted from a 9 to 5 type of job to working at their hobby at home and or being working remotely from home. And it's really shifting the landscape of the way that we work, myself included. So one of the things that we might find is really relevant at this time is job interviewing skills. I realize that will not apply to all of you, so feel free, if this isn't for you, just overlook the video. But if it is, if you find that you are now looking for work, even if you're not out of a job, but you don't like the job you're in and you want to change it, then it would be good to know job interviewing skills. And I've had some professionals and educated people who still feel a little bit of discomfort when having to go on a job interview, whether that's via Skype or in person, depending on what profession you're in. So let's talk about common things that make up a job interview and the best ways that you can present yourself. Number one, dress for the job that you want. So, you don't dress like, oh, I'm just going to be a janitor, or I'm going to be a, bar back, or I'm going to be the assistant at a gym. You're certainly not going to wear a suit for a job interview at a gym. However, what you do want to do is wear what a gym owner would wear what the gym manager would wear. So you probably won't have a uniform if they wear uniforms, but maybe if they wear polo type shirts, wear a polo shirt. Wear slacks instead of running shorts, that kind of thing. So that's number one. Dress for the job that you want. If you're working in an office, wear your best. Wear the best clothes that you can. Make it possibly shift it to where, I'll give you an example. I interviewed for a correctional facility and I did wear a skirt and a blazer like a suit, but it was a long skirt, whereas normally I would probably wear a business length, knee length skirt. And I wore flat shoes rather than high heels. Although for the actual job, I would be more likely to wear pants and tennis shoes. But I was being respectful of the fact that it's an interview. They did inquire about my attire, and I did explain that I knew it was not exactly the position that I would be wearing, but instead I was dressing to be professional. And indeed, if I wanted to move up the ranks in administration of corrections, I would eventually probably be wearing a suit. So, moving right along, other things you can do besides the way that you dress are have yourself prepared answers to questions. They may be a little bit different or variations on a theme, but typically you are going to be asked for strengths and weaknesses. This number might be few, it might be many. In other words, can you please tell us three things you consider to be strengths that would help you in this position? Can you please tell us three things that you struggle with that might be relevant to this position? So make a list of the things that you like about yourself, that you have been complimented on at previous positions, that you know are abilities or skills that you indeed do well. You don't have to be the best at it, but something you indeed do well and or have really improved upon. So, for instance, one of my negatives might be, I have really struggled with time management in most of my positions, but I'm really super proud because I found that in the last couple of years, I have been able to really get it down to within 5 minutes, and in most cases anymore, I do stay on schedule and see all my clients at their set time within 5 to 10 minutes. Most people will really enjoy the fact that you can recognize something that is difficult for you to achieve and that you make continual gains in that area. You make progress towards your goal in that area. That is a commendable thing, and that is certainly something that any company would like in an employee. and then you don't want to overstretch. So don't make yourself sound too bad. Don't pick the very worst thing that you know that you have an impossible time with, at least at this point, right? So choose things that you know that you have improved on, things that maybe are natural talents and abilities and skills that you will catch their attention with, that they will really be happy to have on their team. We are at 5 minutes. I'm going to give you a few more. Make sure that you eat beforehand, at least a little something, because it's quite embarrassing if your stomach starts doing sorts of tricks and grumbles and growls and things like that. It's also nice to have something in your stomach so you don't feel lightheaded, as well as it, provides nutrients for your body. Try to take some deep breaths if you're the type that gets a little anxious before these kinds of things, so that your blood is oxygenated and is bringing oxygen to the brain so that you can think more clearly and logically. Also, be sure to have a little bit of research done. Know something about the company that you're going to work for. Know something about the position that you're applying for. And have questions. This is my biggest tip. Have questions. So if you feel intimidated, or if you feel like you're going for a job that maybe is a little bit out of reach, maybe is requiring of you some skills and abilities that you're not 100% sure of, it's a really good thing for you to have questions for the company, whether that's about company environment, whether that's about where you'll be working or what kind of an area you will be working in. Ask for information about, the history of the company or changes that have been made that you perhaps learned in your research about the company. So they want to know that you are interested in them as well. And furthermore, remember, this is a job you're going to go to however many potential days or hours a week, and it's your job to interview them as well. This is a time when it gives you the opportunity to ask questions about your boss or supervisor, your pay increases over time, any continuing education, any transfers if you're interested in possibly relocating, things like that. So be sure, do a little research, get a little couple questions lined up that you truly would like the answers to, and go in there calm after some deep breathing, well prepared. So at the very least, you didn't muck up the interview because you were doing and didn't have answers for them and didn't have questions for them. All right, I'm a bit over. It's at 7 minutes and 30 seconds now. I'm going to let you go. Please, if you liked this video, press like. If you thought it was worthwhile and you haven't subscribed yet, certainly please click the subscribe button. It doesn't hurt you to be subscribed to my channel, but it certainly helps the rest of us, me, and the rest of the followers on this channel. Also, please feel free to share if you know someone that might be going on an interview soon and could use this information. I tell you what, guys, I am so glad that you're here. I hope you come back, and I'll see you then. Bye.